Let's see. I think it's working. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong, but I think it's working. Can you check for me, please? Saying that, I can probably just log in, right? Test. I'm saying that. Okay, it's working. With the microphone too. Sure, that's fine. Let me just do this. Do that. Yep. Yep. I'll leave that for now. Let's see what the frame rate's like.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
What I wanted to do was... Yep. I mean, if anything, I'm embarrassed and offended that you haven't already subscribed. I mean, would that work? If that doesn't, then Cool. So I'm just checking a few things. Yeah, I think Discord should be more real time. I just want to know if there's more options, cause well, when I'm on Twitch, it gives me like the viewer count as well as a chat, as well as a place for me to chat as well. This one's only giving me a chat, like to see what the chat is, as opposed to anything else. So I'm just wondering what's going on. Let me also just check this. Okay. Right. Weird. Doesn't let me. Okay, well, whatever. We'll see what goes on. It's over 60. That's probably fine.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Yeah, that was everything.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
The boardroom. Where am I supposed to... Okay, yeah. So you see this weird glowing thing? That is, I think, me? I think that's us or something? Dead letters. Like, that's always like the symbol to say that you're like whenever she's talking to me, that's the symbol that kind of pops up. And also, yeah, there's that.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
She's not dead. She's been controlled by the hiss. And if they get corrupted enough... Oh wait, I can hear it. So, every other time, it wasn't ever as clear as this, and it didn't give you the subtitles. So, this is pretty creepy. Oh, wait, it's from the speaker. Okay, no, sorry. So everywhere else we can hear their thoughts, I believe, but this is happening through the speaker. So no, okay, fine. I get it, I guess. Give me 1 second. That got a bit stuttery. I'm just gonna go back to full screen and see. Week 83 report summary. Visited the following: Nevada accommodations, Deserts and Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, Ace Plus Lodge. Expenditure: accommodation $831, meals, gasoline, mini bar. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. Agent L. Hines. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Good. Actually, it's I don't like how red that is there. Cafeteria's down here.
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Oof, that hit. Way too actually. It's a healing. Barriers. What was that? The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance field seems to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fail. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file redacted for full report. Weapon mod, actually. So in the game you can kind of upgrade stuff, and it's a bit like a looter shooter at times without the gun aspect, I guess. You get like upgrades to stuff. So this exclusive to Shatter recoil efficiency. I'm not too sure what a Shatter is. I'm guessing it's a shotgun because it's mentioning the word recoil. Let's go to the toilet. On Discord, you mean? Sure, give me a second. Okay. just... yeah. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart, green stable, yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts. Red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Right, so they mention about this particular building, how it shifts, and it literally means that, you know, stuff changes. So like I went up an elevator, went forward, went into a room, and then that room seemed to turn back into itself in the same direction that the elevator was, but that elevator wasn't there anymore, and it looked like a duplicate of like another, like it just doesn't make any physical sense. So going into a room bigger than the room you're in and stuff like that. So yeah, apparently it changes a lot. Oh, and kind of like you're hallucinating, yeah. And also, one thing that they mentioned, like right as soon as I started this, was that you can't see this room until you're looking for it. So I don't know if you remember that part in Harry Potter where they have like their hideout, and they didn't recognize it until they were looking for it or whatever. So it's the same thing here. The room, yeah, something like that. So the only reason why she can find it is apparently because of us. Yeah. Otherwise, even though so it's not even that, like she keeps mentioning something that happened to her brother, and that's the reason why she's here or looking for things. But she's not really mentioned anything else apart from that and us, and yeah, that's as far as we currently know. It's getting louder. And I'm not too sure what this is. I mean, it says material, so I'm assuming we can make something with it. I just don't have the part. Communications department. Within no power. Dead letters. This is sounding pretty creepy. Havana, AWE 48, event summary. Oh, so that SCP thing I was talking about, a lot of the articles are in this kind of format. So it's usually like a code name. Normally in the thing it was called like SCP and then a number. So the way it says AWE here, then a number, and then there'd be like an event summary or like a summary of what the issue is, what the anomaly is, with stuff redacted, because why not? So, hey, event summary. An auditory event occurred in the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff sanctioned there. Redacted deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which, as reported, to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental US. After Formula I.9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file AI8485. So, the altered item in this instance is a cowboy boot. Cool. guess I'm not going in there. I'm hoping the cowboy boot is there. So yeah, in the SCP thing, it's always like, usually it's items, sometimes it's people. Like, for example, there's like a pair of sunglasses, and if you wear the sunglasses, it teleports you into a different, like, world. And then you can take the sunglasses off, you then come back into the regular world, but somewhere else. As like a corrupted item. Also, that looks pretty cool, the way they do it. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know, or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator, and the coils from my toaster, and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body. Like a baby, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me on the address in the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Yep, fair enough. He's right. You can't just expect a God to just Should I just take a shot at it? So the gun auto reloads like when you don't fire, but I keep pressing R. And R does, the check on corner thing. I don't like that noise. Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem, and you gotta send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish, it sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says lots of cuss words the devil got in my house because of the fish. And you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Is this too dark? I can't. I think it's just supposed to be dark there. For remote control, nothing except the what's up this time? Oh no, I missed it. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows in authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times. gathered by the Postal Service is undeliverable. Gathered by the Postal Service as okay. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. I can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Do as you're told. Don't eat mold. Even the smallest amount of mold can cause serious harm. Contact security immediately. Yeah, do as you're told. Don't eat mold. Oh fuck. Shit. Still exploring. Avoid modern technology. I agree with that. Let's work hard. His life is in your hands. So yeah, that's something that I need to do. I don't like this growling it's doing though. Cleanse portals, control points to fast travel, yeah, okay. Is there anything I miss? Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday morning and the Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading. Penny Bartwell. What a fucking nerd. Guess we're watching this.
Stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to read, but don't touch, and don't see much. Let's join the Treasure Kids. Let's join the Treasure Kids.
Yikes. Fucking yikes.
Hey, Meg, what's wrong? My mom's dead.
incident occurred during a recent.
Directors and puppet! Dirty, rotten, fat person!
Dad says my mama went missing in action. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Telfer. We'll find your mama together.
What the fuck? Excuse me? Whoops. What the fuck was that?
Stepping to the
Come on.
FBC's house to do
I can't skip it, can I? Yeah, no, I'd rather not see that again. Avoid modern technology. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower. I don't know a thing about lawnmowers, explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Hey, it's pretty humble of him to offer his services like that, because I don't think enough people would do that. Okay, what's this one?
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable
Sure.
of storing a whopping.
Nope, I'll do it this way, because I think it will look... Yeah.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
So, that particular floppy disk, or whichever one he's talking about, throws shit. Nice.
80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch code to Soviet nukes.
And this one, I don't even know what level I even... Yeah.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Welcome to the comms department. If any questions, please ask one of our friendly staff. Yeah, okay. Blood. Oh shit, that just Okay then. Pneumatics. Yikes. Did you just get far? Yeah, I'm not touching that. Oh, God damn it. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Samson. So, I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess. But I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns, space hippies, or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using their brainworms, and that's and the space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story, by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. So is this just fucking talking about the guy who just died right now? Because he just had something launched in his head. Or is that just like a coincidence? Hey, weapon mount. What's up? Reload efficiency. I think that's probably better than rate of fire for me personally.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss had latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Can I shoot them out the air? Probably have to, honestly. Crap. Did someone shoot me, or did something just fucking explode? Because I can't tell. That's pretty ominous. Hey, another mod. So I've got health at the moment. Energy boost. Energy by 5%. So, more health. Energy recovery speed 17%. Energy recovery per element pickup 20%. I'm not entirely sure at the moment, so I'll just leave it for now. Well, I'm nearly dead. Hey, it's the floppy disk. Floppy disk. The floppy disk nuke can be bound. To gain launch telekinesis. Teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Hold E, grab highlight object, then launch. Oh shit. Use launch to complete charge. Launch. Align the cubes into the hole slot to advance a score. Nice. Oh, okay, I've got me. Destroy copies, fakes, made up, ability, gift, burden. Pretty damn. The hiss noise is burrowing into our astral plane's secret base. You must stop, mute them, Director. The floppy disk is now bound, delivered. The hiss antagonist is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Abilities such as law, something. Hey, so this is the actual article. Floppy disk, OOP5KE containment procedure, must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Description, para utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows paratarians to telekinetically lift material and throw in a short distance. See Dr. Darling's presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to, redacted for research purposes. Background. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in, redacted by agents, redacted and redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to redacted missiles, believed to be reserved for use against redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant at the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Whoops. Let's fucking do this thing. Shoot through it. Do all have shields? Yeah, sure thing. Hey, nice. Have fun. God damn it. Don't throw a fucking rocket at me. His corrupted demolition expert, confidential. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. His demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file redacted for full report. Hiss corrupted Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threats found during or response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into their this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file redacted for full report. Something I forgot to do is check upstairs. And I'm guessing there's nothing besides this. Internet usage rules. Internet is not for social media use. No FBC material of any kind may be scanned or uploaded. FBC email addresses are for work-related correspondence only. Level 5 clearance required to access internet. If a cubicle's black rock shell gets damaged, vacate it immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. If you notice any text in your work that you do not recall writing, vacate your cubicle immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. Do not connect internal comm devices to the network. Printer is for communication department use only. Altered items are forbidden in the cubicles. Notify security of any breaches immediately. They may require internal lockdown. Whew. Pneumatics.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Nice. Which one is the mail? The talking is really fucking creepy sometimes. I don't know, it just kind of kicks in, and yeah, at that point, it just is pretty creepy. Launch energy costs minus 7%. I am good for that. Why is that one not letting me get rid of it? Man.
Locked. Maybe there's a key nearby.
intense level.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed.
Oh, shit.
Inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
Nice. Cool. Let's just turn this on. Oh shit.
They can fly now. Right.
God damn it. God damn it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I can do this. I just needed to know what I'm dealing with.
I'm flying. Great.
God damn it. Equip weapon mods to increase the efficiency of service weapons. Form. This is taking its time. I can throw stuff at it. I guess a bit.
They can fly now. Great.
give me a second.